Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. We're bringing you a competition between two very strong teams as the Shawnee Mission East Lancers take on the Blue Valley West Jaguars. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors first from Shawnee Mission East.
I'm Matt Williamson. I'm a senior.
I'm Mackenzie Hobbs. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Polly Hahn. I'm a senior.
I'm Brian. I'm a junior.
I'm Hannah Bouts. I'm a senior.
And our competitors from Blue Valley West.
Hi, I'm Sham Narayanan. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Olivia Zhao, and I'm a junior.
I'm Siva Sam, and I'm a junior.
I'm Sandy, and I'm a junior.
And I'm Curtis, and I'm a sophomore.
Fantastic. We're off and running here on Categories. Here in the first round, a question is asked of a team. If they respond correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by Shawnee Mission East. So Shawnee Mission East, here is the first category. It is science, specifically medicine. According to medical researchers, this type of personality is impatient, competitive, aggressive, and easily angered. This, they say, is why such people run an increased risk of heart disease. What personality type is it? Brian.
Type A personality.
Type A is correct. West, your category is European history. The answer to the following question will be an adjective named after a famous person. It's a series of wars fought in Europe between 1801 and 1815. Curtis.
Napoleon.
Napoleon or Napoleonic. Very good. Lancers, sports medicine is your category. To treat a minor sports injury, the American College of Sports Medicines recommends the acronym RICE. What 4 steps do the letters in the acronym RICE stand for? Brian.
Rest, ice, compression, and elevation.
Those are the 4. Jaguars, science, climate is your category. On the average, more thunderstorms occur yearly in what state than any other of the United States? Sean?
Texas?
It is not Texas. Lancers, chance to steal this science climate category. On the average, more thunderstorms occur yearly in what state than any other of the United States? Matt.
Florida.
It is Florida. Very good. East, you do get the next category. It's U.S. geography. In what state are these national monuments? Cabrillo, Devil's Postpile, Joshua Tree, Lava Beds, Muir Woods, and Pinnacles. Hannah.
California.
California is correct. West, vocabulary is your category. Electra, Oedipus, and military industrial are all adjectives which can modify what word? Curtis.
Complex.
Complex, very good. Lancers, literature is the category. What Pulitzer Prize winning author wrote about Sam Houston's struggle to keep Texas in the Union as an exercise of courage? Time on that. Jaguars, chance to steal this literature category. What Pulitzer Prize winning author wrote about Sam Houston's struggle to keep Texas in the Union as an exercise of courage? Time on that. The book was Profiles in Courage, written by John Kennedy. John Kennedy. Jaguars, you do get the next category, history, specifically medieval history. What would a medieval monk use vellum for? Sandy.
Writing.
Writing. Very good. Lancers, current events is the category. The Qatari-owned media company Al Jazeera bought which Al Gore television network for $500 million? Matt?
Green TV.
It is not Green TV. Jaguars, chance to steal this current events category. The Qatari-owned media company Al Jazeera bought which Al Gore television network for $500 million? Curtis.
Current TV.
Current TV. Very good. West, you do get the next category. General knowledge is the category. According to U.S. flag code, when may the American flag be flown at night? Curtis?
During times of war.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Lancers, chance to steal this general knowledge category. According to the U.S. flag code, when may the American flag be flown at night? Brian?
Never.
Sorry, that too is incorrect. It's actually may be displayed if it's properly illuminated. Properly illuminated. Lancers, you do get the next category. It's science. The quantity of electrical energy expended by 1 ampere through 1 ohm in 1 second is called what? Matt?
A volt.
It is not a volt. West, chance to steal this science category. The quantity, Sean?
1 joule.
It's a joule. Very good. West, you do get the next category. It's economics, specifically terminology. Quit claim and warranty are 2 types of which document which transfers ownership of real estate? Time on that. Lancers, chance to steal this economics terminology category. Quit claim and warranty are 2 types of which document which transfers ownership of real estate? Brian?
A bill of sale.
It's not a bill of sale. It's a deed. A deed. East, you do get the next category. It is sports baseball. National League baseball teams play with a lineup of 9 players. American League teams can either play with 9 or 10. What is this 10th player called? Brian?
The designated hitter.
Designated hitter. Very good. Jaguars, film is your category. In The Lord of the Rings, how many rings were given to mortal men doomed to die? Sean?
9.
9. Very good. Shawnee Mission East, back to you with a world geography question. How many South American countries are landlocked? Polly?
2.
2. Very good. Blue Valley West, U.S. geography this time, and it's for you. 5 of the 48 continental United States are at least 40% owned by the federal government. Name any 2 of these largely publicly owned states. Curtis?
Nevada and Montana.
Sorry, cannot accept that. Lancers, chance to steal this U.S. geography category. 5 of the 48 continental United States are at least 40% owned by the federal government. Name any 2 of these largely publicly owned states. Mackenzie?
Utah and Nevada.
Utah and Nevada, yes, that is correct. Montana was not on the list. Lancers, you have the next category. It is general knowledge tools. A device containing a bubble of air in a liquid used to test whether a surface is horizontal is called what? Brian?
A level.
A level. Very good. West, math, terminology is your category. Given any quadratic equation, the value of b squared minus 4ac, which will reveal the nature of its roots, is called by what? Sean?
Discriminant.
Discriminant. Very good. Shawnee Mission East, literature, specifically children's literature is your category. Who threw Brer Rabbit into the briar patch? West, chance to steal this children's literature category. Who threw Brer Rabbit into the briar patch? Sean?
Brer Fox.
Brer Fox did. Jaguars, next category belongs to you. It's fine arts, specifically music. It is multiple choice. A musical scale which progresses entirely by half steps ascending and descending is called major, diatonic, chromatic, or Sean?
Chromatic.
Chromatic, very good. Lancers, you have the next category, U.S. geography. Name the highest waterfall in the United States. Brian?
Bridal Veil Falls.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Jaguars, chance to steal this U.S. geography category. Name the highest waterfall. Sean?
Yosemite.
Yosemite Falls is correct. West, you have the next category. It's vocabulary. In law, it's an offer in payment of a debt. In sailing, it's a small rowboat carried by a yacht. When describing steak, it means not hard or tough. What's the word? Olivia.
Tender.
Tender, very good. East, general knowledge, another general knowledge question for you. How many Friday the 13th are possible in any given year? Matt.
3.
3 is correct. Very good. Jaguars, chemistry is your category. What boron compound used in detergents is mostly found in Southern California? Sean?
Borax?
Borax. Borax or boric acid. Either one was acceptable. Lancers, world history is your category. Porfirio Diaz successfully defended the city of Puebla from attack led by General Latrell. In Spanish, identify the date in 1862 on which the attack was repulsed. Mackenzie?
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Very good. Jaguars, another math question for you. What is 32 to the 2/5 power? Sean?
4.
4 is correct. Lancers, art, terminology is your category. In art, the process of hammering metals to raise a design above the surface is called what? Time on that. Jaguars, chance to steal this art terminology category. In art, the process of hammering, Sandy?
Embossing.
Embossing, very good. West, you do get the next question. It is world geography. What post-World War II Summer Olympic city is on the Izar River? Time on that. Lancers, chance to steal this world geography category. What post-World War II Summer Olympic city is on the Izar River? Matt?
Tallinn.
I'm sorry, it's Munich. It's Munich. East, you do get the next category. It is science biology. Round, rod, and spiral refer to types of what? Sorry, time on that. Jaguars, chance to steal this science biology question. Round, rod, and spiral. Sean?
Bacteria shapes.
Bacterial shapes, very good. West, U.S. history is the category. It's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. He was not allowed to work on the Manhattan Project. We will finish this question. He was not allowed to work on the Manhattan Project because the Federal Office of Science Research and Development considered him a security risk simply because he was born a German. Curtis.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein is correct. And that siren does denote the end of our first round, and Blue Valley West has taken a lead of 16 to Shawnee Mission East 10. As we head into our second round here on categories, we will start with our look and listen question. The players here in the studio will be able to watch a monitor and hear through the studio speakers about the question. And it will begin our lightning round, so either team was free to respond. If they do respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. So here we go with our look and listen question. Both teams, here we go. What governmental initiative is promoted in this clip?
They stimulate business too in the industry supplying the road builders, manufacturers of heavy equipment, explosives, aggregate, steel, concrete, petroleum products, chemicals, and many others. Car, truck, and bus manufacturing, as well as service.
Olivia.
It's Progress Administration.
I cannot accept that, I'm sorry. Lancers, you have a chance to steal. Brian.
The building of the interstate highway system.
Interstate highway system or the Federal Highway Act of 1956. Either one was acceptable. And you have narrowed the gap a bit with a score of 12-16. We shall continue with the remainder of the lightning round, in which a question is placed on the floor for either team to answer. If a team does respond correctly, the other team will get a chance to steal. So here we go, both teams. Literature is the category. What color was the knight who proposed a beheading game in a medieval romance that also includes Curtis?
The color green.
The color green, very good. Both teams, fine arts, film, multiple choice. In his movie Treasure Island, Walt Disney used animated characters only, animated characters and live actors, or live actors only. Brian.
Both animated characters and live actors.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. West, chance to steal this fine arts film category. In his movie Treasure Island, Walt Disney used animated characters only, animated characters and live actors, or live actors only. Olivia.
Live actors only.
Live actors only is the correct response. Both teams, science, chemistry. In what corner of the periodic table are the lowest electronegatives found? Sean.
Bottom left.
Bottom left, very good. Science, agriculture is the category for both teams. Identify the world's oldest and most important forage crop. It's alfalfa. Alfalfa. General knowledge for both teams. Which two of these four fruit do not ripen after picking? Pineapples, plums, peaches, or pears? Brian.
Pineapples and pears.
Sorry, that is incorrect. West, chance to steal this general knowledge category about fruit. Which two of these four fruit do not ripen after picking? Olivia.
Peaches and plums.
Sorry, it's pineapples and plums. Pineapples and plums. Both teams, U.S. president's history. He was the only president who spent more on the Navy than on the Army. He used the Navy to protect American shipping in the Mediterranean from pirates. Olivia.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson is correct. Another military history question for both teams. What Texas city had the only harbor open to the Confederates in the final months of the Civil War? Brian.
Galveston.
Galveston, very good. Shakespeare is the next category for both teams. Name any three of Shakespeare's 5 great tragedies. Polly.
Hamlet, Macbeth, King Lear.
Those are 3 of them. The other, Othello and Romeo and Juliet. Both teams, math is the category. If 8 minus 2x equals 0, then 10 minus 2x equals, Sean?
2.
2 is correct. Vocabulary for both teams. It was originally the cart on which medieval religious plays were performed. We now know them as spectacles crowning Miss Universe or Miss America. Polly.
Pageants.
Pageants, very good. Fine arts, music is the category. Who composed the music entitled The Revolutionary Etude? Olivia.
Schumann.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Lancers, chance to steal the fine arts music category. Who composed the music entitled The Revolutionary Etude? Brian.
Wagner.
It is not Wagner, it's Chopin. Chopin. Both teams, games is the category. How many moves are there in the shortest possible game of chess? Matt.
4.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Jaguars, chance to steal this. Sean?
3.
I'm sorry, that too is incorrect. 2.
In chess?
Talking about moves as in both people making a move. That counts as one move.
That as a challenge?
I'd like to challenge that because
Okay.
I misinterpreted what it was asking for.
Okay. We will challenge. We'll understand that as a challenge. And it says how many moves are in the shortest possible game of chess. So if it is, I would assume that would mean all of them. So we'll double check on that. Okay. All right, so we will move on. We'll come back to that challenge at the end. U.S. geography for both teams. Let's focus on this. What large river flows west to east across Nebraska? Matt.
The Missouri River.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. West, a chance to steal this U.S. geography category. What large river flows west to east across Nebraska? Sean?
The Platte.
It is the Platte River. The Platte River. General knowledge for both teams. Name the sole maker of uranium fuel in the United States. Brian?
The United States government.
It is the United States government. Very good. Military history for both teams. What was the first war in which aircraft were used by United States Army? Curtis?
World War I.
I'm sorry, cannot accept that. Lancers, you have a chance to steal this military history question. What was the first war in which aircraft were used by United States Armed Forces? Hint, the hot air balloons were used for observation only. Hannah?
The Civil War.
The Civil War. Current events for both teams. The government of Venezuela announced that President Hugo Chavez is battling a severe lung infection after undergoing cancer surgery in which Caribbean country? Brian?
Cuba.
Cuba is correct. Economics for both teams. An economy in which there is an excess supply is described as a Mackenzie?
Surplus.
Cannot accept that, sorry. Wes, chance to steal this economics category. An economy in which there is an excess supply is described as a buyer's market, seller's market, growth market, or money market. Curtis?
Buyer's market.
It is a buyer's market. Theater history for both teams. In Greek drama, what do we call the group that danced and sang the stories? Hannah?
The chorus.
The chorus. Very good. Math is the next category for both teams. It's fairly long, so please pay attention. John welded together pieces of pipe that were 25.6 inches long, 19.8 inches long, and 31.5 inches long. How long was the pipe made of the three welded parts? $76.9. Vocabulary, spelling for the both teams. Spell the 8-letter word beginning with A that means a short story or narrative. Olivia.
Anecdote.
Anecdote, very good. That's what we were looking for. Literature for both teams. What was the name of the horse belonging to Velvet in Mackenzie?
Pie.
Pie, very good. American history for both teams. In 1639, the Fundamental Orders were written. These are considered to be the world's first written constitution, for which of the original 13 colonies were the... Brian?
Connecticut.
Connecticut, very good. Current events for both teams. Hillary Clinton was recently released from a hospital after being treated... Mackenzie?
Blood clots.
Blood clots, very good. General knowledge for both teams. Voltaire posed the following riddle. What is both the longest and the shortest thing in the world? The quickest and the slowest? The most neglected and most regretted without... Curtis?
The mind.
I'm sorry, I cannot accept that. Lancers, chance to steal this general knowledge category. Voltaire posed the following riddle. What is both the longest and the shortest thing in the world? The quickest and the slowest? The most neglected and most regretted, without which nothing can be done. Solve the riddle. Matt?
Time.
It is time. Time. We've narrowed a bit of the gap here. The Shawnee Mission East score 23, Blue Valley West 24. Next category is U.S. history, railroad lines. What was the first American passenger rail line in 1826? Olivia?
Pullman.
I'm sorry, it is not Pullman. Lancers, chance to steal this U.S. history railroad lines category. What was the first American passenger rail line in 1826? Brian?
The Long Island Express.
It is not the Long Island Express. It's the B&O Railroad, or Baltimore and Ohio. Fine arts, theater is the category. What part did Julie Andrews play in The Sound of Music? Olivia?
Maria.
Maria. Very good. World geography resources for both teams. Almost all of Zambia's foreign exchange income comes from the export of what metal? Matt.
Copper.
It is copper. Very good. General knowledge for both teams. As it ages, wood furniture acquires a shiny surface and a rich color. What's the term for this finish taken from Italian? Sean?
Varnish.
I'm sorry, cannot accept varnish. Lancer's chance to steal this general knowledge category. As it ages, wood furniture acquires a shiny surface and a rich color. What's the term for this finish taken from Italian for coating? Mackenzie?
Patina.
Patina. Very good. Ancient history for both teams. Scholars have long regretted the disappearance of many of his works, including an 8-volume history of Carthage, a history of the Roman Empire, and an autobiography. Robert Graves even recreated that autobiography and made it a bestseller. Name that Roman emperor. Sandy?
Nero.
It is not Nero. Lancer's chance to steal this ancient history category. Scholars have long regretted the disappearance of his many works, including an 8-volume history of Carthage, a history of the Roman Empire, and an autobiography. Robert Graves even recreated that autobiography and made it a bestseller. Name the Roman emperor. Mackenzie?
Constantine.
It is not Constantine. It is Claudius. Claudius. And before we head into the, right now we have a score tied at Shawnee Mission East 25 and Blue Valley West 25. Before we head into our overtime period, I would like to double check with the judge on that ruling. At the end of regulation, we do have a score of 25-25. We're heading into overtime. And so here we go, both teams. Find the word that best fits this description. It's a verb beginning with S that means to crush, put down, or cause to be silent. Hannah.
Stifle.
It is not stifle. West, you have a chance to steal this vocabulary question. Find the word that fits this description. It's a verb beginning with S that means to crush, put down, or cause to be silent. Olivia.
Smother.
We're not looking for smother either. We're looking for squelch. Squelch. Both teams, U.S. geography is the category. The lowest point in the state of Michigan is on the shore of which of the Great Lakes? Brian.
Lake Michigan.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. West, chance to steal this U.S. geography category. The lowest point in the state of Michigan is on the shore of which of the Great Lakes? Olivia?
Lake Superior.
I'm sorry, that too is incorrect. Lake Erie. Lake Erie. Musical composers for both teams. Who was Franz Joseph Haydn's greatest student? Curtis?
Schubert.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Lancer's chance to steal this music composer's question. Who was Franz Joseph Haydn's greatest student? Polly?
Beethoven.
It is Beethoven. Correct. Next category for both teams is sports. In what kind of swimming race may any stroke be used according to its name? Sham?
Freestyle.
Freestyle is correct. World geography for both teams. Russia borders more countries than any other. Which does not share a border with it? Norway, North Korea, Poland. Sham?
D is the fourth option.
It is the fourth option. It is Sweden. So we are declaring that as we have taken that in the past. So Blue Valley West does win in overtime with a score of 2-1 in the overtime score. Please join us again next time here on Categories as we will bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County. Tough one, guys. Sorry.